An inclusive environment in the classroom means that students should feel as though they belong, feel safe and secure, have support to their social emotional well-being, and that they are accepted by all. ACARA states that all students are entitled to a rigorous, relevant, engaging learning programs drawn from a challenging curriculum that addresses their individual learning needs. The Melbourne Declaration and the Australian curriculum have two main goals. Goal 1, Australian schooling promotes equity and excellence, and Goal 2, all young Australians become successful learners, confident and creative individuals, and active and informed citizens. I have created a resource that is going to make my classroom more inclusive. My resource is the visual timetable. The timetable includes both the words and the images for a subject. Each subject is big enough to be able to read from the back of a classroom and has bright, relevant images. I've used images that are relevant so students from ESL backgrounds or with low language skills can interpret the timetable using the images. The resource is targeted at the early childhood grades but can be used in the older year levels. The timetable will be introduced to students at the beginning of the year and will be used all throughout the school year consistently. The timetable will be displayed on the edge of a whiteboard and will be changed every morning before class to show what will be happening during the day. I will go through the timetable each morning with the students so they are clear on what will be happening throughout the day. For students who require a teacher to go through the schedule individually, such as students with autism, or if there's going to be a differentiated lesson for an individual or small group, I would print out this resource again and give them a mini version of it for them to keep. I would go through it with them before class begins so they understand what will be happening throughout the day and if there's going to be any changes for them. I understand that there are a diverse range of students in the classroom with a variety of needs that I must take into consideration in order to be inclusive. The timetable is a guide for all the students in the class, except when there is a different lesson that are needed for students to help meet their individual educational goals and needs. In my reflection, I have understood that this resource is not explicitly useful for students with visual impairment. To help those students get benefits out of this resource, I would ensure I am clearly reading through each subject and when they will be happening. If needed, I would also go through this timetable before class with them to ensure they have understood what will be happening today. I need to make sure that these students and students with the hearing impairment are in close proximity to the board. My aim for this resource is that it will teach students about routines, how to manage their time efficiently, how to be cooperative in class and ensure they are doing work just like everyone else, how to become resilient and learn to self-manage, learn to become independent in their learning, understand that my class is a supportive environment where everyone is valued equally. Visual timetables provide prompts to help children know what area of the curriculum they'll be studying, what they will need to get their work done, and what social organisation of the class will be. Students with autism regularly wish to have fixed routines as their world can appear quite unpredictable to them. I would try my best to stick to the daily schedule though. However, as Dodd suggests, changes to routines in schools are unavoidable and students do need to learn how to cope with changes within various environments and in their lives in general. They do, however, require supportive environments in which to cope with change in their initial stages at least. I would need to provide a warning when changes will occur for any reasoning, particularly for these students, as a small change can feel as though they've lost control or will become nervous. I would help these students understand by teaching them about changes and why these occur. There are 7 principles of inclusive education as listed by the Department of Education. I've used these principles as a guide to creating my resource, specifically focusing on 3 of these principles: providing access and participation, valuing diversity, and delivering responsive programs and services. I have ensured my resource will cater to all the needs of the students, promotes an inclusive environment, and is accessible to all. This resource is going to allow me to become a better teacher as I will be organised in my teaching and prepare content-rich lessons, thinking about all students in the classroom.